you're saying this could also impact the classified documents case. Explain that.
It could, and it remains to be seen ultimately what the Trump legal team does there, and then, of course, what the judge overseeing the classified documents case does. Remember, Judge Cannon is overseeing it down in Florida. She was appointed by Trump. Many legal experts have criticized her for stalling the case and saying that she rules with Trump most often, which she has. The way it could impact it is the Trump lawyers in all of these different jurisdictions, whether it be in New York, that criminal trial that's ended, or down in Florida, of course, here in D.C., they have filed motions to dismiss those various different cases on the basis of presidential immunity. Now, they believe that that could have some effect in Florida. Why is that? They would argue that when Trump landed down in Florida after his presidency was over, that when he landed down in Palm Beach, he was still president. He took his boxes down there when he was still president. Therefore, because he was still president, he is immune from this. These are official acts. Now, I don't know how well that argument will work. It's Judge Cannon, and she has seemed pretty amenable to these arguments. She has indicated that she doesn't want to rule on presidential immunity, let alone hold hearings on it, until the Supreme Court rules. Now, I will say, from talking to people close to Trump's legal team, they actually are really much more focused on Florida. They know that the charges Trump faces in Florida are arguably the most serious. They think that they have a pretty good chance with Judge Cannon in getting this case entirely thrown out in Florida based on this argument. Of course, that remains to be seen, but what I would expect, at least in the coming days and weeks, is that the judge down there will likely schedule hearings on presidential immunity as well. That's something to look out for, along with in D.C. Even though this case has been stayed for a while, the litigation associated with it will ramp up again. There will be hearings in Washington, D.C. Obviously, we don't expect this, at least now, to go to trial before the election, but that doesn't mean that the court activity will resume.